Hey, welcome to my first devlog video for my indie video game Volatile. I decided to start this devlog series partly to keep myself in check as I progress and to see how much interest I can generate for it. As you can see, this is a top-down space exploration game, but it focuses a lot more on how you interact with the different factions within the game and how you solve problems either by using brute force or talking things through. I'm creating all the art for the game as well as all the programming so far, but I did get some help from the Game Maker forums, and everything else I've kind of figured out via googling the problems that I was encountering or trying to figure out how to do something better or stuff like that. That isn't to say that there's not bugs in the game right now, there's plenty of those. But I'm trying to squash them one by one, and when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to implement the features that I have on my to-do list. What you're seeing in the background actually is the first mission of the game and the progression from beginning to end of it. The music and sound effects are all done by me as well, but I'm not that happy with them at the moment, at least the music. I've been using software that I've acquired from bundles from Fanatical, stuff like that, but I think I've got some growing to do in that department, and I'll keep improving. I'm also gonna try to improve the pacing of some of these missions. This first mission, where you're shooting asteroids, seems a bit long to me. I created it with you shooting asteroids just because they're immobile. You don't have to dodge any enemy attacks or anything like that, so it gives the player a chance to just learn the controls. And speaking of controls, the player will have a choice of multiple styles of controlling the ship. What you're seeing right now is the default one, which is when you press forward or the W key by default, the ship is going to fly towards the mouse cursor, and when you press A and D, which is to mean side to side, it will strafe in relation to the mouse cursor, and that proved to be very unintuitive to anybody that's tested it so far. So I've implemented a second control scheme to address that issue, which sees WASD controlling your ship in relation to the screen and not the mouse cursor. Your mouse cursor will actually only rotate your ship in order to fire, but the visuals right now aren't fully finished, so I'll show that off maybe in the next video. Alright, so enough preamble. What have I been working on this week? Now keep in mind I have a full-time job, so there's not going to be too much progress in these videos from one to another, because there's only so much time I have that I can dedicate to this. First up is the most recent thing I completed, which is the smoke that your ship leaves behind when you move around. And that just reuses some assets from the asteroid death animation that you've seen just a bit earlier. I tweaked around with the smoke until it looked good enough, and I'll also make sure that you can disable it in the settings so that it reduces any performance hit it may have on weaker machines. Next up, I'm going to take you through this hollowed out asteroid. I'm still working on the art for the outside of it, but the interior is fully completed, except it's lacking any activity right now. And here we have a weird section of the wall. I wonder what happens if we shoot it. I know, it's taking forever. I need to adjust the health of that block of asteroids. It is using the asteroid assets from earlier, but behind it is going to be a hidden section, and I'm going to have a couple of these in the entire asteroid. And last but not least, I've been working on interior art. I'm working on these at the same time, switching from one to another when I get too bored of working on one. Some of these will be enemy bases, some of these will be some smaller secondary missions that you'll have to complete. But that's it for the first video in this series. If you like the look of the game, the feel of it, you can go into the description, click the Steam link and wishlist it. And if you have any comments or feedback, they are definitely appreciated. Leave them in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Until next time, goodbye everyone.